Welcome back to my Jets Connected franchise here on Madden 19. We are coming off of a 2-game win streak, both against divisional rivals. Today we have to take on the Bengals. The team is performing pretty well. Avery Cross doing his job. You know, he's not doing poorly. Doing very well receiving, which is always nice to see. Robbie Anderson having a good season so far as well. And then the defense is kind of balling out in their respective areas. But we do have an experience point to use on at least Darren Lee. Maybe there's someone else here too. It's actually just going to be Darren Lee, which is fine. I think I want his pass coverage maybe. I also want him to fit the scheme. So let me see. What does he have? What does he need to improve on? He does need to improve in zone coverage. That's definitely something to improve upon. So I might try to get up pass coverage here. But I also want him to fit the scheme, which is interesting. I user him a lot actually, so maybe I don't need his pass coverage to be that good. I'm going to go into field general. He's not going to fit the scheme, but he will be an 80 overall now. Yeah, +1 to awareness and block shed, 2 to man, which is nice, 2 to play rec, and 1 to pursuit. He's now an 80 overall middle linebacker, which is perfectly fine by me. So now, I think we will go and check out the Bengals roster. Andy Dalton is still the quarterback for the Bengals. We have Giovanni Bernard, Joe Mixon, CJ Anderson, and Mark Walton Jr. as the running backs. Pretty strong group there. DJ Sharp is the fullback, AJ Green, Kendall Wright, Albert Wilson, Tyler Boyd, 75 overall on this roster. Pretty good depth here, but the only true great wide receiver on this team right now is AJ Green. Tyler Eifert is an 89 overall tight end. Will Tye is their backup. They also have a 74 down there who's not too bad. Jeff Hireman. Cordy Glenn is the left tackle. Clem Bowling, left guard. Billy Price is the center. Tom Compton, the right guard. And Denzel Good, the right tackle. Man, this offensive line is tragic. Carlos Dunlap is the starting left end. Carl Lawson is the starting right end with Jordan Willis backing him up. Geno Atkins and BJ Morris are the defensive tackles. I think this team runs a 4-3. That would be my guess anyway. Anthony Chickalo, starting left outside linebacker. Preston Brown, starting middle linebacker. Vontez Burfict, the right outside linebacker. William Jackson, Darquez Denard, and Drake Kirkpatrick are the cornerbacks. Those guys are the same. William Jackson, shutdown corner. Hopefully he doesn't shut down. I'm pretty sure the number 1 corner always plays the number 2 wide receiver, so hopefully he doesn't shut down Kewan McGee too badly. George Iloka is the free safety. Sean Williams is the strong safety. Drew Fasani is the starting kicker. And then Brian Rector is the punter. So the team isn't too strong. We could for sure come away with a win here. Hopefully that's what happens. Let me check out the injury report really quick, just to update you guys on some injuries if we have any. And check out the Bengals injury report as well. What are they all about? Anyone out? I didn't see anyone injured there, I don't think. So no one's injured. I'm pretty sure I have injuries on. I'll double check that, but then we will get into this game. The Jets are traveling to Cincinnati for their Week 3 matchup against the Bengals. They are coming off of a 2-game win streak, the Jets are, so they are playing with some momentum right now, playing with some confidence. Hopefully they can go and steal this game away from the Bengals. I think the Bengals at this point have a better roster, more talented roster, but I'm pretty sure they are 1-1 or 0-2 right now. They have definitely lost. I'm not exactly sure what the record's all about, but this Bengals team is still pretty good because you have to, be aware of AJ Green. I guess they're not pretty good. They're actually not that great right now, but AJ Green is still a huge factor. Tyler Eifert is still a great player. William Jackson's good. Carl Lawson's very good. So, the Jets definitely have to look out for all those players. But Avery Cross last week, 16 for 52 with a touchdown. Not huge production, but he is definitely producing in the receiving game. So the Bengals will start off with the ball here. Andy Dalton hands it off to Giovanni Bernard, the elusive running back for this team. He's going to make a man miss, and there is nobody in front of him. Trevor Williams might be able to catch him from behind. He's going to dive at about the 10-yard line, and he's not going to be able to get him. So the first play from scrimmage, Giovanni Bernard takes a handoff 75 yards to the house. That is not a good way to start if you are the Jets. 3rd and 7 now. Darnold dropping back, throwing over the middle to Dallas Goedert. That was a bit of a risky throw, but Goedert comes away with the grab at about midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 now for the Jets. Darnold taking a step back right before he gets hit, launches it to Dallas Goedert, who breaks out of a tackle as well, and he's going to take this one to the 21-yard line. Dallas Goedert has been pretty good since coming over to the Jets. Avery Cross takes his handoff up the middle. Great blocking downfield from the Jets offensive lineman. He's going to pick up another 1st down. So now, they are in the red zone. Actually, no, I don't think they were in the red zone last play. Now they are at the 9-yard line. Sam Darnold pressured. It does not get the throw off, is not able to get the throw off before getting hits, and the Jets will settle for a field goal there. Score is 7-3. Andy Dalton dropping back, feeling some pressure, throws this one to Tyler Eifert, who actually jukes behind the 1st down marker. And he is not going to pick up the 1st down, so the Jets will get the ball back once again. Delayed handoff this time goes to Avery Cross, running with some power here, powering through the defensive lineman for the Bengals and picks up a gain of 6. It is now going to be 1st and 10. Sam Darnold out of a shotgun look, dropping back to pass, waiting for Dallas Goedert to get open. That's who he likes to throw it to. Overthrows this one, and it's nearly intercepted by William Jackson. Should have been picked off there. Pretty poor throw there by Darnold. Not a bad decision. You know, Goddard was pretty open. Avery Cross, though, takes his handoff on 3rd and 3. Tries to make a man miss. Cannot do it, but still picks up the first down. He's playing pretty well right now. 6 rushes for 41 yards. Almost has his total number of yards from last week already in the first quarter. And this time, Keywan McGee picks up the first down. Sam Darnold, 62 yards in the first quarter. Not absolutely horrible, I guess. 2nd and 5. Darnold setting up a play action there to number 30. I think that's Avery Cross throwing it to Ardarius Stewart, who takes this one down to the 1-yard line. Could not get in the end zone. William Jackson brings him down, but the Jets kind of messed this one up. It's going to be 3rd and goal at the 5-yard line. Darnold tries to throw it over the middle to Robbie Anderson, but he actually overthrows his favorite target, and they will settle for another field goal. They're at the 1-yard line with 1st and goal, and they could not capitalize with the touchdown. That's a really poor offense there. Darren Lee just barely misses the interception on the intended pass for Kendall Wright. Wright does come down with the ball, though, and picks up the first down. 1st and 10. For the Bengals now. Handoff goes to Giovanni Bernard, who had that huge gain earlier. Tries to make a man miss, tries to make Marcus May miss, but he's a pretty short tackling safety. Brings him down, but he does pick up the first down first. 3rd and 2 now. Andy Dalton over the middle. Tries to find he almost finds Avery Williams and tries to find his wide receiver, but cannot do that. If Avery Williamson had reacted a little bit faster, it could have been an interception. Darnold, though, pressure in his face again, gets the ball out to Dallas Goedert, who makes a catch in contention. That was a good throw there by Sam Darnold to make sure it was on target. 2nd and 14 now. The Jets setting up a play action here. Avery Cross on the play action. Sam Darnold firing this one to the right side. Has Robbie Anderson wide open. Makes a man miss, too. But this one's going to come back. It's going to be holding on Trent Brown. What a huge play there to be negated, and that's pretty much the last thing the Jets would do, as Eddie Goldman comes up with a sack there on Andy Dalton. Usually don't see sacks from a nose tackle. That's what Eddie Goldman's playing currently in this Jets scheme, but you know, it happened there. Darren Lee nearly picks that one off as well. Kendall Wright was the intended receiver, I believe, and Darren Lee almost high points the pass. 1st and 10. Avery Cross with the play action. Sam Darnold throws it to the left side. Keywan McGee is there. Fedulum almost picked up the interception, just kind of overcommitted a little too much. And Sam Darnold kind of snuck the ball in there. 3rd and 9 now. Darnold has his running back wide open, tries to loft it to him, and somehow overthrows the wide open cross. I have no idea how Darnold did that. Anthros Trambush would have for sure completed that one. 2nd and 5 now. Andy Dalton throwing it to the left side. AJ Green, his favorite target, is over there. He just ran a good slant route there. Honestly, it's not too much. Not bad coverage there by the Jets. Not a bad play design as well. 1st and 10. Tyler Eifert catches this one. It was an underneath pass, but he is able to extend it to a first down. Takes a shot, though, by Tremaine Johnson. 1st and 10 at about midfield for Andy Dalton. Hands this one off to Giovanni Bernard, who does go down, but Jordan Jenkins takes him down by his face mask, so that's going to be an extra 15 yards, I believe. 3rd and 4. Andy Dalton dropping back, seeing what he can do. Feeling the pressure from the right side. Throws it to Kendall Wright, who just barely picks up the first down. Gets about 5. I think he needed 4. It's going to be 2nd and 9 now for the Bengals. Albert Wilson, I think, was in motion. Andy Dalton, pretty clean pocket. Almost throws this one directly to Darren Lee. That could have been like 3 interceptions for Dalton in this game, but he is lucky to get away with none, and I think the Bengals just settle for a field goal there. Sam Darnold now under pressure, gets hit from his blind spot, or blind side, and he fumbles the football, but somebody from the Jets picks it up. So the Bengals will take the ball again. 13-6 is the score. It's only a 1-possession game here. Andy Dalton fires to the left side. Kendall Wright makes an insanely acrobatic catch over Darren Lee. Again, good coverage there by Darren Lee. He's been playing pretty well, but could not break up that pass. 3rd and 8 now, and Giovanni Bernard catches this pass in the flats. Cannot pick up the first down, and the Bengals will settle for another field goal. The Jets try to do something before halftime, but are not able to. So the Jets are looking like crap right now, at least on offense. Their defense isn't playing terribly, but the Bengals are having a lot of opportunities here to score. Jacksonville and the Patriots are playing right now. Surprisingly enough, the Patriots are 0-2. Tom Brady, though, does have a touchdown. Chris Hogan caught it, and Leonard Fournette also has a touchdown. The next game we'll look at here will be between the Raiders and the Broncos, and the Raiders are completely handling the Broncos here. Case Keenum has 2 completions to his team, and also 2 completions to the Raiders, which is interesting. Derek Carr is also having a very good first half. And the last game will be between the Ravens and the Bills. This game's actually already over. The Ravens smeared the Bills 45-13. Lamar Jackson 4 touchdowns, Mark Ingram 2 touchdowns, Willie Snead caught 2 as well. Tyrod Taylor 3 picks, struggling there against the Ravens' elite defense. 2nd and 5 now. The Jets have the ball. Jeremy Hill runs this one up the middle against his former team, one of his former teams, and fumbles. Sam Hubbard picks up the fumble, and that's the last you'll see of Jeremy Hill in this game. I'm pretty sure I move him down on the depth chart after that one. Andy Dalton throws this one over the middle to A.J. Green, his favorite target. Having a relatively quiet game for A.J. Green's standards. I think that's like his 3rd grab. 3rd and goal now. C.J. Anderson takes this one. He stood up at like the 3-yard line. He's actually not having a great day right now, so the Bengals will settle for another field goal. 3rd and 7, Sam Darnold dropping back to pass. Surveying the field, nearly gets sacked, cannot get the pass off. The pass protection has not been good so far. This Bengals defensive line has been too much for the Jets O-line to handle. Giovanni Bernard takes this handoff here, fighting his way for a first down. I think they do give him the first down there. 9 rushes, 127 yards for him. Of course, that's inflated by his first run, but still running well after that. Giovanni Bernard again with the handoff, getting like 13 yards on that one. 11 for 139 for him right now. He's ridiculous today. 1st and 10, play action for the Bengals. Dalton has a ton of time to find somebody open. Literally no one is getting home right now for the Jets. Finally fires to Kendall Wright, who is wide open on the sidelines. Billy Price goes down with an injury, but this Bengals team right now is too much for the Jets to stop. Encroaching on the red zone there at the 28-yard line. Another play action set up for Andy Dalton. Waiting, firing to the left side, nearly intercepted there by Darren Lee. He could be having a historical game right now if he comes away with these interceptions, but that's like his 5th pass breakup. Avery Cross now taking the screen. He does this better than anyone on the team. Making a move on George Iloka, running down the sideline. So does he have the speed to outrun all these guys? No, he doesn't. I don't think that's William Jackson. I think that might be Darquez Dennard. I'm not too sure about my Bengals numbers, but one of their defensive backs brings him down in the end. Sam Darnold fumbles here, gets sacked. I think it was Carl Lawson who came flying in from the right side, and it's going to get picked up by Carl Lawson. This Jets offensive line is still tragic, but 3rd and 11 now for for Andy Dalton. And the pass goes to Kendall Wright. In coverage is Darren Lee, who gets another pass breakup. He is having a phenomenal game right now. If there's one positive takeaway so far, it's definitely Darren Lee. He can cover very well. Avery Cross, though, taking another screen pass again, does this better than anyone on the team. And this time, George Iloka does wrap him up, doesn't get juked out of his cleats like he did last time. But it's going to be 1st and 10 now at about midfield for Sam Darnold. Trying to fire to the right side to his tight end, but William Jackson jumps the route. Darnold definitely thought Goddard had a step, but Jackson's just fast enough to jump it. Trent Brown, pretty much the last man to catch him. I guess Sam Darnold can catch him as well, but he's not going to. William Jackson gets a pick 6 to extend this Bengals lead. It's now going to be 29-6. 23-point lead here for the Bengals. Let's see what Darnold does his first play after throwing a pick 6. He throws another interception right to Fedulum. That was not a good read. Darnold was just getting frustrated, just trying to take some shots to get back into this game, but it's looking very bleak right now. 29-6 at the 11-yard line right now for the Bengals. Firing this one over the middle. Kendall Wright catches it, nearly going into the end zone, gets stopped at the 2-yard line. Andy Dalton, 199 yards on the day, having a pretty safe game, even though he could have like 5 interceptions at this point, but did not go the Jets' way, and Kendall Wright will get the touchdown. So the score is now 36-6. 4th and 8. Deshaun Kaiser is actually in. After that last interception, Sam Darnold got benched. Kaiser kind of flips this one forward to Avery Cross, who is not able to pick up the first down. So the possession will switch once more, and the Bengals will have the ball here at the 6-yard line. Andy Dalton trying to look for someone to throw to, trying to make something happen right now, but actually goes down. Who gets credited that sack? Henry Anderson gets half a sack. I'm not sure who else was in there. So Deshaun Kaiser here, another drive that scores 39-6. Has a player wide open in the middle. It's Dallas Goedert. Goddard's at least having a pretty productive game right now, too. Deshaun Kaiser only 2 for 7. Neither quarterback can really get anything going right now. 4th and 5 at about midfield. Kaiser lofts this one over the middle to Avery Cross. At least he can complete that throw. Darnold missed it earlier in, a much more wide open scenario. But we're going to fast forward to the last play of the game. The Jets didn't do anything on that drive, but Deshaun Kaiser in the pocket, trying to fire one deep. Actually has a player open. It's Robbie Anderson, who was able to beat by Drake Kirkpatrick and go into the end zone. So it took the Jets literally all game to score anything except for a field goal. So this was a huge disappointment. The score of this game was 39-12, I believe. Sam Darnold had a 41 quarterback rating. Deshaun Kaiser, that quarterback rating is way inflated by that last play. He did not play well either. He was, 6 for 16? That is not great. Avery Cross was pretty good on the ground, 16 for 74. And then you can see down there, Tevin Coleman fumbled. Actually, not Tevin Coleman. Jeremy Hill fumbled, my bad. And Sam Darnold fumbled twice, I think. Robbie Anderson got a big boost to his stats there at the end of the game. Avery Cross, 6 catches, 100 yards. He had a good day on the ground. He just had a good day in general. A ton of sacks led up. On the defensive side, 10 total tackles for Darren Lee. A couple tackles for Lost. Jamal Adams had 2, I think. Eddie Goldman had a sack. A couple guys shared 1. No interceptions. We had a couple pass deflections. We had 5 from Darren Lee and then 3 for, some other guys down there. Let's check out the Bengals sack numbers, though. Carl Lawson had 5 sacks. The Jets had no answer for him. So that was a huge disappointing loss after a 2-game win streak there for the Jets. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.